Now the last part, make a bunch of lines just following this shape. You want them to go up. Make a couple of cross hatches and hatches. And just a bunch of real dirty lines, you know, really sinister lines coming up. And the hairline, make a sketch. The hairline's going to start right about even with that. And just start sketching it up. But let's get this done. So just make lines following this flow, not too many. Just enough to really make it stand out. And a couple of lines up here. But the biggest areas you want to get is the eyes. Make sure it's very dark. Very dark around the eyes and has that look. I'm actually going to go back and redarken some of it. Make some lines. And just right here, we'll do the hairline. Comes up. And the hair, in terms of the hair, the darkest sections are going to be the top because you're going to see the bottom here. The rest of it you won't see as much. So just do these little lines jutting out. I'm not too concerned with that, but just enough in the areas that you can tell it's hair. I might do a tutorial on just how to draw hair in the future, because you know a lot of people have trouble. I have trouble with it mainly because you know it's different. Every person's hair is different, and you don't know how it's going to look. But just enough so you get it. And we'll go back to the hair last. And just draw an outline. The hair almost goes about as high. This length from here, the hair is almost about a little longer, just about the same length. And just make it go all around, some lines coming in there. The majority of the hair comes down. Just make it, once again, make very sharp edges. Make it look cold. The hair goes about right there. I'm sorry, it's about that length. And just make sharp edges. Really crazy. That's what makes them. We won't worry about that too much. I want to get to the eyes and the chin. So basically the finishing things is do a couple more marks up here. Make a couple of lines right here. And for the eyes, real cold eyes. I'll make a highlight mark there. The pupil is pretty small compared to the eye. And this pupil you just want to draw it, make it a little empty, a little highlight there. Just highlight there, and then, oh man, oh! Now it's looking like the damn Joker, man! It's unbelievable what one little mark those little pupils do to make it look sick. Now he's looking sick. I'm the Joker. And then for this side, the other pupil, make a little highlight up there, up top, then a highlight down low. And this was a fun drawing to do, man. I enjoyed this a lot. And then make a little mark. A little highlight here. That's the other eye. And you can actually make it a little wider and add some marks. That's the other eye right there. And I'm going to put a little bit of veins in just to really give it that look popping out. Now just make some squiggly lines for veins. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't make it too dark though. Just light enough. So we're almost done. I'm sorry my camera just cut out. But then, so the eye, and then we'll just finish the chin just real quick where we made those lines. Just make another line curving in. And a couple little marks. And I can't tell you how fun it was to do this. Like, it's a blast when you're just doing little pencil marks and just enjoying it, and you know it's going to come out. I think that's one of the big reasons, like I mentioned at the beginning, why this was so fun is because when you set out your proportions, when you sketch things ahead of time, and you know it's going to work out, you know this drawing is going to look the way you want it to, it helps you out mentally so much. Mainly because you're just thinking, okay, this is easy now. Now that all the proportions are, and now that I have the hard part done, I don't have to worry about getting it to look the way it is, because I know it's going to work out. And that really is the key to what makes it amazing and what makes you do good, is when you know. Basically, when you know it's going to work out, then you can relax. When you draw more relaxed. You're not as timid to draw, and overall it gives you that really artistic flair that makes the drawing a good drawing. I think of all the tips I've ever gave, that may be one of the biggest and most helpful, along with being patient. But to finish up, I'm just making a few more marks, slight sketches, a couple more sketches in different areas, just to really give that look again. And then for the neck, we're not going to work too much, but where it gets darker, just make a couple lines, make a few jutting out that way. And you know, the neck muscles, he's got really wrinkly, skinny neck muscles. He's where the flesh is, you know, just real creepy. But don't worry about that too much. I'm just doing it so it gives it a little more depth. Under here it's real dark. So just think about that. And the back of the neck, it has a couple of creases too, you know. I'm just doing it so it gives it a little more depth. And then pretty much all you got left is we'll do the hair. So once again, the trick with hair is the areas you want dark, keep adding the lines, and then the rest, the hair just flips down, and the hair in the front will do that. Most of it just kind of goes different ways, and just real quickly. Some of them comes in, some of it actually overlaps, so make a couple just overlapping what you drew. And don't be afraid to just go at it with the hair, you know, just make a bunch of different lines. Especially with the Joker, because there is no set rule with his hair. It's always all over the place. So just make those lines. As long as you have a basic form of how the hair is jutting and the hair is going different things. And this would be very fun if you're using watercolor to do this drawing. It would look amazing. It would be fun too, because you just go at it. So that's the hair. Bunch of lines, and from the drawing it's going to be the spot here that's white. So real quick with the hair, just to make it pop out. I have about 5 minutes. I'm just taking a 8B pencil, very dark. I'm just going to shade in these areas. I'm going to leave a highlight spot right there. But just real quickly go back over it. That way it'll pop out a little more. Plus, you know how his hair is greenish, yellowish green in the Dark Knight movie and a lot of the comics. Just real quick. And please leave me feedback if you can. Let me know if it helped not only helped you learn how to draw the Joker, but also if it helped you to draw in general and get a better idea how to draw. And then I'm just going to add a few more little shades under here, a couple on the side of the face. Right here where we just shaded. Just to give it that a little more effect. Under here, under the nose is a good spot. I'm just adding a couple more quick with the 8B pencil, and just to give it a few more finishing. I'm almost done. So that's about it for the shading. And then last but not least, you can take this tool, that's the tool I used before, just go back over it and that'll smooth those marks out. And go around the eye. The eyes, when you draw eyes, they actually have a little shade, like on the top and the bottom, and that's because the skin flap, the flap of the skin, creates a shadow, and that's important when you draw an eye to make it look realistic. You want to make that shadow just so it looks a little bit more realistic. And then a little bit of shade here. Do the shade, and then here, back of the neck. Oh man, it looks cool. Oh! Oh yeah, I forget if I even said this, but this was requested by one of the YouTube viewers, and I'll put his name up in the description. I'll put his name up in the video. So thank you for subscribing, by the way, and thank you for giving me feedback on what you want to see in drawing. But overall, man, that's pretty much the finished drawing. I'll zoom out here and show you guys. Oh, he looks damn sick! He looks like a maniac right now! So let me just clear this, get the pencil off, I'll zoom out here, and bam! So ready for this. Oh! That's the finished Joker drawing. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope it helped. Thank you so much again for watching. He looks creepy, man. He looks crazy right there. I'm actually gonna go back and just make a few more lines with the darker pencil. I really am a perfectionist in a lot of ways. So just the edge of the hair, I want the edge of the hair to pop out more. So I'm just going back and making with a thicker line, which you can do that a lot with the hair you do and things. Put a couple more strands. Now it looks better. Now it looks, holy cow, what a difference that made. Just a couple of more lines makes all the difference in the world sometimes. Now it actually looks finished. There's something bugging me. I was like, what is it? And it's because, like when you learn in art, when you're doing artworks, things have to be consistent. And if you have a line around the whole figure and the hair doesn't really have a line around it, then it's not going to look really consistent. So that's a huge deal. But anyway, now, holy cow, what a difference it made. Yeah! So there you go, and thank you. Please subscribe, comment. I hope you learned. Thanks.